Welcome home. We are WNST, AM 1570, Taos, Baltimore. We are Baltimore positive, about to change the 26 to a 27 as we celebrate 27 years here of WNST. Beginning in August, we're going to be doing the Maryland Crab Cake Tour all over the place. I feel like I've been all over the place this week. Hope you caught my act with Johnny O at the new Costas and Timonium, or with the family, the Costas family, as well as on Tuesday morning at Di Pasquale's. We were visited by Pete Caringi, Darren, the Di Pasquale Sausage King now, as well as Joe and Dom. And Nancy Longo came up from Pier Point Restaurant. We talked about food and Eastern Shore food. It made me hungry. So I'm going back to Costas on Thursday. Steve Rouse is going to join us. It's all presented by our friends at the Maryland Lottery. The Back to the Future scratch-offs are out and about, and we're having some fun. We're going to be at Eldersburg next Wednesday at 1623, drinking some beer, hanging out with Mike McKelvin. And we're also going to be on next Friday morning, and this is important, at Zeke's Coffee in Lauraville. Dan Rodricks was supposed to join me on Tuesday, couldn't do it. He's going to join us next week. And Rasig and Kevin Gallagher, who was the longtime cartoonist, political cartoonist for the Baltimore Sun. So we're going to be doing cartooning and politics and art and sports and probably acting with Dan Rodricks, and probably some sausage talking. You missed out on all the sausage talking. John Martin is here. He's the executive director of all things Maryland Lottery and Gaming. And my whole shtick about Martin's been gone 2 weeks and Seth's been sitting in because he has to go and pay all the people from winning the Grand Slam home run. I don't want to talk baseball. Luke's on vacation this week, so we can talk, home run. I'd rather talk about this art contest that I talked about with Seth last week.
We will
That
get
gets
to
me
that.
excited.
But the first question I have for you, and it's meant as a question, and it's not meant to trap you or anything. It now appears to me, the casual observer that I am, that it takes food to get you out anymore.
Rock and roll.
Correct?
Rock. No. Just music.
Okay.
Just music.
All right.
Music and yeah.
So I mean, you've got this litany of all these places you are, and they all seem to center around eating.
Should I defend myself here and say
No.
that this is about questioning Johnny O about politics? This is about talking about food. Well, it's food part. This is about talking about crab cakes. I guess I talk a lot about
That's
food.
all right.
This is what I do when the Orioles are in last place. I mean, what else? We can do home run riches if you want, but it depresses
You know what?
me.
Let's start there. Only because we're going to play our game that I find amusing. No one else does, and that's where in the world is fill in the blank. So
Seth played that game with me last week, and it was Indian Head, and I knew exactly where that's been, and I've been there. So go.
Yeah, I mean that
Charles County. That's easy. That's easy.
I would have thrown that one back. All right. So for those who are keeping score, and I do, we have paid off over $111,000 in home run riches through the season to date. We're past the halfway point of the year, obviously. The current progressive jackpot, $80,000 plus on the $5 home run riches. Walk-off winnings, fast play ticket. Go to mdlottery.com or visit any of our 4,300 Maryland Lottery retailers to learn more about the game. But one of the fun things about it is you as a contestant can enter in that contest, be selected for each game the Orioles play. You win $500. For every home run the Orioles hit, it's additional $500. And should one of those taters be a grand slam, $5,000. And we have fun with this, and you can see all of it on mdlottery.com. But coming up, I know we're in the middle of a little bit of a homestand here. We have a player, Tanner Nicholson, who is from Graysonville, Maryland. Nestor, where is Graysonville, Maryland?
I've seen it on like a sign. I think it's somewhere between Baltimore and Washington. Am I right or am I wrong?
You're not even close.
Where is Graysonville? I don't know. Well,
I asked you.
Graysonville's in Anne Arundel County. It's there by Annapolis, isn't it? Graysonville's near Annapolis. So that's without me looking it up. But now I'm going to have to look it up because you've fully embarrassed me. Graysonville.
No. You're embarrassing yourself.
Hold on. Oh, it's on. It's Stevens. It's on 50 on the way to Ocean City. All right. So Graysonville. I've been there.
Of course you have. You've been everywhere.
I've had a crab cake there.
I'm shocked that.
Hold on. Is the Kent Narrow Bridge, is that Graysonville or is that like Chester or is that?
Well,
I've been there. We've all been through Graysonville because we've all been stuck in traffic on 50 one way or another.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes, we all
I knew I saw it on a sign once.
We do have our Graysonville story to tell. So we hope for hopefully Tanner Nicholson will be a big home run riches winner of that. But that's coming up this week. So then we got that nice little all-star break. We can all recharge. before the real season starts, which is the trading deadline. But that's another conversation for
This
you
must
and
be
Lou.
what it feels like when you pick the wrong door and let's make a deal. I mean,
Wah,
I feel
wah.
defeated right now that
No,
people in Graysonville are going to be mad at me, you know?
don't feel defeated because there are many fun, exciting new promotions
I
at
had
the
a
Maryland
sponsor
Lottery.
in Graysonville with Big Bats Cafe, and they were the
Oh,
first ones to get behind doing the polar bear plunge like 20 years ago when Special Olympics came
wow.
through. I was at the first ever polar bear plunge back in
I,
the
I
day
I
because
know.
of Graysonville. So, come on. I apologize to everybody on the Eastern Shore and probably the
Wow.
places I've stopped in Graysonville. So,
That
I
you probably
just,
overshot that a little bit with
Phew,
everybody
I
on the Eastern
feel
Shore, but
awful about this at this
well,
point.
that's
But
all
I
right. You
feel
know
worse
what?
that we're not giving enough money away. We're not hitting enough home runs. Can I
Yeah,
ask like
please.
you're the boss. I mean, maybe
Oh,
you make the rules. Can you
okay.
add some money into the kitty for like home runs from Ryan O'Hearn and a home run derby or no? No.
That's
Too
not
late
going
to
to
write
happen.
that in.
That's not going to
Yeah, all
happen.
right.
No,
Well,
no,
it
no,
is
no, no.
All-Star game week and we do have one
Yes,
All-Star
yes, yes,
and
yes.
I would think when if I'm from Graysonville and I'm the contestant of the game, when Ryan O'Hearn is up, I feel better about
Wow.
my odds of winning $500.
Well, we shall see. We shall see. But you can go to mdlottery.com if you're not necessarily a Home Run Riches fan. We have many uh, promotions and exciting ways. If you're a Highs convenience gas station type person, you'll know that we are partnering with Highs for a free gas giveaway. You could win up to $1,500 in free gas at Highs when you enter $10 worth of multi-match tickets into your My Lottery Rewards account. Details at mdlottery.com. We have a new promotion called Fast Play Fireworks over the next several weeks. Play any draw game for a chance to win free $1, $2, $5, or $20 fast play games.
Can I
And
endorse the fireworks because they don't make noises and scare my cat?
sure.
Your fireworks game's better than real fireworks, I think.
Well, thank you. Thank you. And whether you're playing that promotion or not, we have four new, sort of new fast play games out in the marketplace this week. We have our $1. Now this is going to be a little confusing, so stick with me here, Nestor. $1 Maryland Lottery Pick Three Fast Play Edition. So it's the Pick Three game in a fast play ticket. So you're playing fast play, but the game itself is a pick three style game. So you can check that out at
Which
$1.
is like it's classic lottery, pick three number, right?
Exactly,
Literally.
exactly,
Okay. All right.
exactly.
Fast play
Uh,
classic is what I'm gonna call, it, but it's the Maryland Lottery pick three fast play edition. Okay.
Very nice, very
Mhm.
nice. We have progressive jackpots. Players love those progressive jackpots, Nestor, and no surprise. $5 chili pepper payout and $10 lucky numbers. Now these are both what do I want to call them? I want to call them well, we're bringing them back. This is nostalgia, a little bit of throwback.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
These are tickets we had before in the marketplace, but as we're apt to do after they have a fair run, we put them on the shelf, bring them off, dust them off, and put them back
I
in
got a
play.
word legacy program. Is that good?
I love that.
Oh,
I love that word.
it's a legacy program.
Legacy
Okay, good.
game, $5 chili pepper payout, $10 lucky numbers, and $30 ultimate payday progressive. Progressive jackpot starts at $500,000. And each of these progressive, you can watch the tallies, watch the tote boards scroll by on mdlottery.com. So four new fast play games this week.
Chili pepper payout. That sounds like a hot game, John. All
Ooh.
right. John Martin is here. He's the executive director of All Things Live. Somehow his speaker went out after my horrible sense of humor with some of this stuff. You mentioned progressives. Last week we had we had $4 million winners, but 3 million and one $2 million winners. So some of these progressives get really, really heavy. Like when you start thinking about $2 million on a $30 ticket, and knowing that it's climbing like it was a couple of weeks ago. I think when people go to mdlottery.com, we all know games and I give tickets out and stuff like that, but there's some really booming sort of progressive jackpots that become larger. And when we talk about them, they wind up getting hit within a week or two. We get really, really big winners on these programs, much more so than even 5 or 10 grand, which isn't a bad idea when you win that either.
No, not bad at all. And again, you can check those tallies at mdlottery.com or any of our 4,300 lottery retailers. But you're right, we had a Charles County man win in a $30 fast play Gold Rush progressive ticket, over $2 million. That's not a bad day's work. And I love this winner story, and hopefully you will too. We have a game called multi-match. We've talked about that before. Now, the Highs Gas promotion is tied to a multi-match spend. But we had a group of siblings, and I love when people play the lottery this way. A group of siblings, there were four of them, that have pooled their money together for 8 years to play multi-match. And finally, after 8 years, their pooled ticket came through on a $1.8 million jackpot, which unfortunately for them, they had to split with another winner in Silver Spring. So when that happens, we cut the prize right in half. So $900,000 for one ticket, $900,000 for the other. But doesn't diminish their win at all. They
That's
they
over a
came in.
hundred grand a person, right?
That'll keep them again. That'll keep them playing for a little
The
while
only
yet.
people I knew who did that are like horse players. My dude Dick Girardi, they put their little syndicates together to get into all sorts of exotic wagering at the track, and they have cashed those kind of tickets in horse racing. But I think people, if you don't know about this or hear our segments or been up to MD Lottery, these sort of progressive things as they go on, it does get large. I mean, and honestly, as someone that's represented the lottery the last 5 or 6 years and knowing how this works, I would have never have known about some of the family of games that are out there and the ways to do this. But they clearly have they had a I don't want to call it a scheme, but they had a way that they did it. They had a system. Is that correct?
They had a plan, and of course, clearly they played responsibly. They played within their means. They put a couple bucks on it and had some fun. Multi-match is drawn twice a week, Mondays and Thursdays. And
That's a
actually,
school teacher office thing, right? Like office pools and
oh
people.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. All right.
yeah, and again, I think it's cool that families get together and do things like that.
Okay.
And kudos to them. They enjoyed it.
They had a
And
great
they
summer.
yeah. What'd you do last summer? Yeah, I won a jackpot. So yeah, that's a lot of fun. Hey, you know what else is fun?
Go ahead.
Art is fun, is it
Okay, I
not,
was going to
Nestor?
segue into this. This is going to be my favorite segment of the whole thing because
All
I'm
right.
always trying to like get behind the scenes, peel back the onion as to how the Back to the Future scratch off looks this way, and how you come up with all these 888s and the fun stuff Seth and I talked about last week, and driving the DeLorean and all that. This is like a real from scratch thing. So as much as old movies or Let's Make a Deal or the Whammy and Press Your Luck, this is organically Maryland, right? Like you and I've thought about this for a week because I know some art people, and my favorite part is it has art in it, which Art Modell, I don't really want to bring that up with you, but it has a art feel to it, and I
Yep.
know a lot of artists. So please do tell because I hope somebody I know wins this thing because it's really a cool promotion. I like it.
It is a cool promotion, and you know what? Full disclosure, we kind of stole the idea, but that happens in the lottery business. Some jurisdiction has an idea, and we look at it and think, "Gee, would that play here?"
You adopted a good idea, is what you
We
did.
adopted. Thank you.
Right.
I
Yeah.
see. That's why we have these weekly chats.
I'm
It
like a
just improves
synonym
my
guy here. I'm like an AI synonym guy, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So what it allows us to do is look at it and say, will this play here? How can we eternalize this? And people are very proud, and they should be, of the great state of Maryland. You've got a diversity of cultures, of landscapes, of interests. And so we said, you know what? Let's open the doors. Let's let people who are artists within the state of Maryland submit to us the things that resonate with them. It could be any visual presentation they want to have.
I see a
Uh,
crab cake.
if
Mm.
that works, that's what it'll be. But
Aha! I got an idea. Ready?
oh
I don't want to
boy.
rig the I don't want to rig the competition here, but
All right.
if the winner has anything to do with crabs, we should have a sniffer. Scratch it, and it. What do you think? It smells like crabs.
Smells like the ocean.
No, it smells like Costas Crab House in Dundalk at 8 o'clock on a Friday. Smells like summer. It smells like I don't know.
Ah,
I just like scratch and sniff, scratch off.
well,
That's just my
okay.
thing,
All
you
right.
know. So I'm going a different direction with this, I
I
mean,
tell you what, keep that on ice, if you will. We may have a scented ticket in your future. but that's not today's conversation.
Entity. I bet it's going to be for the holidays, and you
Uh,
better
blah, blah,
not
blah,
make them
blah,
smell
blah.
like snowflakes again this year. They better smell like gingerbread or something seasonal.
Hey,
But
let's
but
get back
but
to the
this
art
art thing, yeah.
contest.
But the art thing is, it does. I just opened my mind to an idea that it
You
could be
opened something.
ascended. I did open
Yeah,
some, but
yeah.
this is literally no AI. I'm learning AI
Oh,
this summer.
absolutely.
This
Yes.
is for real artists, not people like me
Yeah.
that are stick figure people.
Yeah. That's you bring up a good point. I mean, it's got to be original work. It's got to be something and we will submit it to entries will be reviewed by our panel
Hey, who's
of,
on the
of
panel? I want
not
to be on
you.
the panel.
No, not you. Not you.
Ah.
You were this close until you had this idea of a scratch and sniff thing. No, you're
Was
off the
I too
panel.
ambitious?
You
I have been
didn't, you
accused
played
of
it too
that.
soon. You played it too
I
soon.
have been too
Yep.
ambitious. But this, when I think about this, I'm thinking, oh my God, it's Maryland, right? It could be crabs, it could be the beach, it could be the ocean, it could be the mountains, it could
It
be
could
the
be Western,
city,
right?
it could
Right.
be the Key Bridge, it could be the new Key Bridge, it could be the harbor.
All of that.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes,
any of
yes,
that.
yes, and yes.
Yes,
All
all
of that.
right.
It can be all of that. And we will have three entries will be selected of the hopefully dozens, hundreds, whatever of entries we have. We'll be called down to three entries. And then these three entries will get obviously these people will be compensated. They will be get a cash award and all the details, mdlottery.com. But then these three selected art pieces, if you will then be produced on a scratch off ticket. And
So it's not just one winner, three.
no, right,
Increases my odds. Okay, good. I like
right,
that.
right. And when we do that typically, and I hope I'm consistent with what our product people are thinking, when we do that, we put those three scenes, if you will, back to back to back. So if you bought three tickets of the Art Treasures game, you would be guaranteed to get one of each of the winning uh, pieces. So yeah, that's coming up, and the game itself will launch spring of next year. So we're in the early stages right now. We're in the collecting of the art submissions. We will then announce the three winners sometimes later this year, and then put it in production, and it will be on the street spring of 2026.
I told Seth I was going to try to get on the panel. He told me it was a bad idea. John Martin is here. The all the promotions are up at mdlottery.com. I had someone make the mistake, John, of saying to me at Deep Pasquale's on Tuesday. And by the way, the schmutz, whatever the word is it's all over my tablecloth at Baltimore Positive because Joe Giordano scratched his and got schmutz all over my thing. So I learned about schmutz free, which is some of the fast plays different than the scratch. These will have
Yes.
schmutz on them, right? The art ones will have
Oh yeah,
schmutz.
definitely,
Lots of
definitely.
okay. I'm just asking. So he said,
Double Schwartz.
this is a losing. He's from Dundalk. This is a
Yeah.
losing ticket. I'm like, oh, don't you dare say that. It's a non-winning ticket and look on the back and download the app. So I went through the whole thing about people like this is how you win second chance prizes. This is how things like I hear we're going to have a Raven scratch off coming here soon as well. But when you're in these competitions, please don't call them losing tickets. It upsets John. It
Yeah.
offends my sensibilities in being involved with, and it's just not correct because I want to give you another
Yes.
opportunity to win. So this is my
Yes.
chance to tell you that I tissed Joe Giordano, photojournalist and professor. So I taught a professor
Ooh.
something. He's in Micah. He teaches smart
Yeah.
photography things. So I told him that there's more ways to win, and I think it's important that we tell people that.
Well done. Well done. That's correct, Nestor. And again, my lottery uh, is my lottery awards doc. You go to mdlottery.com and learn all about that. And not only is it for second chance contests, you can accumulate points for drawings, special events. Again, all those details on the website. And maybe next time we chat, we'll talk about some of the upcoming things as we have from time to time. Pick your vacation destination or packages on technology or media or outdoor grills. I mean, there's lots of other prizes that are available to people just by participating in my lottery rewards.
I'm gonna give you a little homework this week because Seth might even know the answer to this, but I'd love to know the percentage of people that ever
Six. Oh, I'm sorry.
scratch one of these or play a game and somehow have never downloaded anything, have never used an app, have never done anything but played once and it went into the cosmos or whatever, because I would think the percentage is always growing, but you never get it to where you really like it to be, to have people have the most chance to win. But you're working on that every day, but I'm sure it's a lower percentage than you want, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, I think it's a fair assessment. I think anybody in a retail oriented or a public facing program feels the same way. I'm sure some of your sponsors feel that their rewards programs or their loyalty clubs don't perform to their full capacity. So yeah, I think that goes on a lot, and I don't think the lottery is immune to that or any different than that.
But in the
People
modern
know.
world, it's an amazing thing to get
Oh
the
yeah.
benefits of that. And I would think if you're wagering, and I think about going into a casino and playing games, to think that you're not maximizing your
Yep.
possibility to win, I just think it's paramount. So I do tisk Joe Giordano. Now, if you could do something about the schmutz, we'll work on that. But the schmutz is legend. That's why people play. He had so much fun scratching.
See,
That's what
yeah, it's
people love
fun.
that.
Who are we to deny someone their fun?
All this digital nonsense going on. John, did I miss anything? It's hot as Hades out here right now. We got these thunderstorms going through, but I know you guys are still doing stuff. You're at the ballpark this week, moving around, spinning wheels. We don't have as many festivals in July. You and I will be getting together next month at Mako down in Ocean City, probably talking about state stuff. I know there was some
Yep.
casino information this week. Anything I'm leaving out of this Maryland Lottery
No, I
report?
think we're in good shape. We're wrapping up our fiscal year. It closed officially June 30th, so now we're in the legions of people are counting all the nickels and dimes and seeing how the year ended up. And yeah, when we get together in Mako, we'll have the official numbers to report on. Both Seth and I look forward to seeing you down there. And yeah, then when we come back from Mako, it is state fair time. We got lots of fun things to talk about at the state fair, but we won't talk about them too soon. Maybe we'll tease you a little bit in Ocean City about what to expect at the Maryland State Fair this year.
Music, food, fun, the Maryland State Fair right here in Timonium. There are our new Costas Inn. We're going to be at Costas Inn on Thursday with a man who was a great lottery spokesperson for many, many years. I'll probably bust his chops about it. Steve Rouse, longtime WQSR morning show host, could be coming out and entertaining me about his farm. Maybe his farm could be the motif of my artistic drawings. By the way, John, I'm never going to let this art thing go. I love this art competition thing. I'm going to be asking about it. I'm going to be jelly on the outside looking in that I'm not on the artistic panel and all that. But I have a feeling you're really going to get some great stuff. I have a feeling the 100 you don't pick are going to be as good as the 3 you do. Literally.
You're right. It is fun. It's engaging, and early response has been very, very encouraging. So we're looking forward to it, and we will definitely bring it up when we speak between now and the final date.
All right. I don't want to complain to you about this, but I'm bummed that you're not putting a lot of the entries up and letting me like click and drag and see them, because that would be a lot of fun. Like to not to pick the winner, but to see what people come up with. I feel like it would be a shame if we only see 3 of them, honestly, because I think you're going to get some great, great stuff. I really do.
I will take that back and discuss it with the team and see if there may be other
Well, I just
avenues.
think it's neat I know the one thing I ever drew in my life that was displayed when I was a boy down at this science center. I believe it or not, laugh at me if you want, but I drew a shoe, and it was a pencil art thing. I was like a little kid. I was like, maybe 9, 10 years old. And the teacher definitely helped me with it, but it won, like it got put at the science center, and my parents and I went down when I was a boy and saw it displayed. Seeing people's art when I walk through just subways in New York and seeing kids' art on the wall, I stop and look at it every single time. So, but you have to be of legal age to win it. A kid can't win a competition. But
Right.
I just think this is a cool thing for people that are involved in art. So I will get behind this 100%.
Thank you. We appreciate the support.
Even though I'm not artistic. We all know that. Here's John Martin. He's executive director of all things Maryland Lottery and Gaming. I would encourage everybody to go out to mdlottery.com to learn about all of that. And please play responsibly. It's summertime. It's baseball season. We're at the beach. We're all trying to have a little bit of fun here and enjoy the good weather. Come on out and see us. I will be at 1623 in Eldersburg on Wednesday with Mike McKelvin, my old WBAL buddy. We're going to tell some old Vince Bagley stories, I'm sure. And then on Friday of next week, we're going to be doing the morning show at Zeke's Coffee. We'll be there all morning having coffee. Dan Roderick's, a whole bunch of great people, great cartoonists and artists as well. I'm going to have 2 cartoonists and artists on the show next Friday, so I'm never too far away from art. I am Nestor. We are WNST, AM 1570, Towson, Baltimore. Some have called me a work of art. We're Baltimore positive. Stay with us.